The fire is one of the most important discoveries of mankind. It has a pivotal role in the development of the human civilization. It has many uses, but at the same time, improper handling can lead to drastic adversities. It's just a matter of few seconds before things can take a turn for the worst if proper firefighting equipment is not made available. Welcome to the world of kanex. Kanex is a prime name in the field of firefighting equipment because we are committed to the endeavor of saving fellow beings from the overcast of a devil called fire. Kanex is an ISO 9001-2008 certified company with its quality approved by the TÜV Nord, Germany, and products approved by BIS, that is the Bureau of Indian Standard, and CE, certified by TÜV Rheinland. Kanex has its own state-of-the-art manufacturing facility located at Bhavnagar, Gujarat, which is equipped with the most modern industrial machines and laced with latest international fire safety technology. Let's have a look at the secret behind Kanex's tailored quality products manufacturing processes. Purchase and store department. It is always ensured that the purchased raw material conforms to the specified purchase requirements. Quality control engineers inspect and test the incoming raw materials using the advanced testing and measuring instruments. The actual manufacturing process begins with the sheet cutting and deep drawing process. The low-pressure fire extinguishers are made of CRC sheets as per standard requirement. The mother sheet is cut in designs. The sheet is deep drawn in a hydraulic press for single-piece cylinder. The deep-drawn cylinders are then marked permanently in a hydraulic punching machine with standard requirement details like kanex, ISI, year of manufacturing, test pressure, temperature range, capacity of extinguisher, and unique serial number. Kanex has a well-equipped welding department headed by qualified engineers who lead a team of 6G certified welders. The facility has a significant number of rectifiers or transformers, MIG welding machines, and automatic fixtures to undertake high volume requirements. Our WPS and PQR are approved by TÜV Rheinland, IRS, GLIS, and Tata Projects. The welded bodies are hydraulically tested in-house multiple cylinder testing fixture, which can test 10 cylinders at a time. It automatically fills the bodies with water and empties them, and then auto-generates a report of the same. The error rate is barely 0.1 bar. Pressure is tested at 35 bar. And one cylinder per lot is randomly chosen for the burst test and ultimate failure test as per standard requirement. Then the cylinders arrive at a semi-automatic anti-corrosive treatment plant that is equipped with an 8-tank phosphate treatment hot process. The cylinders are then loaded in the baskets. These baskets take the cylinders through the different stages like degreasing, derusting, activation, phosphate treatment, passivation, and water tanks for cleaning extra chemicals on surface of the metal body. This automation process increases the life of the fire extinguishers. Quality control engineers follow the process at each stage. The powder coating is hard scratch resistant. It is also resistant to acid, alkali, and other chemicals. The technique involves adhesion of powder by an electrostatic charge and curing in an oven at 200 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes. Each lot passes through various tests like methyl-ethyl ketone, impact, conical mandrel, crosshatch, and DFT measure for checking quality of powder coating. Kanex has an automatic German-make powder filling machine which has a filling tolerance of plus or minus 2% and filling accuracy beyond the requirements of IS and EN3 standards. It also has the capacity to fill 800 cylinders in 8 hours and also has automated nitrogen filling stations for precise filling. The extinguishers are subjected for leakage test in water tank by immersion and applying soap solution. At random, an inverted glass jar test is carried out on a fully charged extinguisher for 24-hour storage. The test is considered passed only if not even a single bubble aggregates on top of the transparent glass jar. Kanex tests each extinguisher in helium leak detector, and each extinguisher passes through a vacuum chamber in case of having a high leak rate that is greater than 10E minus 6 millibar liter per second. Only when authenticity of extinguisher is confirmed, it proceeds for final packing and dispatch. Very few Indian companies are equipped with this facility to avoid complaint of pressure drop. The high-tech laboratory is well established with all new standard requirement type tests. Tapping test. A charged extinguisher is dropped 500 times from the height of 15 mm at 1 Hz frequency to check for normal operation of extinguisher after the test. Resistance to temperature changes. Conditioning of separate extinguishers for 2 different cycles of temperature from minus 30 degrees centigrade to 55 degrees centigrade and 55 degrees centigrade to minus 30 degrees centigrade is done, and the extinguishers are then checked for normal operation after conditioning. Impact test. A load of 4 kg is dropped from a height of 300 mm on the extinguisher valve to ensure that there is no pressure release in a potentially dangerous manner. Vibration test. A charged extinguisher is subject to vibration test to check the capability of withstanding exposure to the conditions of vibration frequency 40 Hz at amplitude of 0.25 mm for 2 hours in each orientation to check if there is no physical weakness and for normal operation. Crushing test. Crushing of about D/3 of the cylinder at a perpendicular to their longitudinal axis using a mandrel over a period between 30 to 60 seconds. Then the cylinder is subjected for test pressure of 35 bar to check for any sign of cracks or leaks. External corrosion test. The salt spray chamber is nicely built up to meet ASTM B117 and IS 6910 standard requirements very particularly. Fully charged extinguisher assembly shall be conditioned in a chamber for 240 hours. Following 24 hours worth of drying, the extinguisher will be checked for mechanical operation of all parts, pressure gauge for functional and water tightness, corrosion of any metal parts, and finally for normal operation. Internal corrosion test. The fully charged extinguisher will be conditioned for 7 days at an elevated temperature of plus 55 degrees centigrade and brought back to 27 degrees centigrade plus or minus 5 degrees centigrade for 24 hours. And then the cylinder will be operated and cut into 2 pieces for examination. There shall be no visible signs of detachment, cracking or bubbling of protective coating, and also no change in color of extinguishing medium. Pressure cycling test. Cylinder shall be subjected to pressure cycle of 500, that is from 0 to 35 bar and back to 0 at the rate of 6 cycles per minute. At the conclusion, the cylinder shall comply burst test. Fire rating tests. Fire performance tests are conducted in well-established fire testing facility by trained firemen. In addition to the above type tests, fire extinguishers also pass through the various tests like discharge duration and jet range test, intermittent discharge test, partial discharge test, service pressure test, maximum service pressure test, mounting bracket load test, safety locking device test, pressure testing of discharge hoses. Quality control cleared products are stored in semi-finished goods storage area. The semi-finished cylinders are labeled and packed for dispatch in the assembling area. We also produce stainless steel cylinders in kitchen class, water type, foam type, and DuPont FE36 clean agent fire extinguishers. Carbon dioxide extinguishers are manufactured in separate department, which includes valve fitting, gas filling, painting, labeling, packing, and all the intermediate quality checkpoints are checked here. Cartridges are manufactured in-house. The manufactured cartridges are filled internally by German-made cartridge filling machine. Outro. Within a short span of 12 years, Kanex has served all major corporates like Tata, Reliance, Bank of Baroda, SBI, Orchid Chemical, Hutch, Airtel, Suzlon, Enercon, ONGC, BPCL, IOCL, HPCL, and many more. We at Kanex give utmost priority to the best quality of our products because your lives are in our hands.